Afternoon. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the notification bell. And today, we got ourselves another quality check with the Model Y. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Well, all right, we got ourselves another quality check with the Model Y. So let's start off by looking at the left side. And this is the long range. And the front is covered with plastic, and that's a protection. Let's take a look at the hood. Now let's take a look at the right light. Now let's move on here. And here's the rims under your hubcaps. And if you powder coat those black, they'll look beautiful. Take a look at the glass roof. Now let's look at the driver's side door. Now let's move along here to do the test. And it's flush. Beautiful. Let's do the rear to see if it's flush, and it's flush. Let's look at that. Now that gap's a little bit big for my liking, but it's not that big. So it would pass my specs. Actually, I don't know. I'm a little bit iffy on that one. It's a little bit big, but it's not too big. So right there, that gap in there with the trunk, it's not something we want to see. So I don't like that. Let's take a look at the rear. Now let's take a look at the right side. Okay, so actually, yeah, this trunk definitely needs adjustment. It's just too wide and it's too big here. Look at all that, and look at that gap, and look at that. So unfortunately, yeah, this is not looking good. It's not what we want to see. All right, so unfortunately, I'm gonna have to give this a fail. It just has too many imperfections for me. I would like the trunk looked at and fixed in order to take delivery. But remember, you tell your sales rep, and they should be able to address all your problems for you. Now let's move on to another Model Y. So all right, we got this gray Model Y over here, and let's take a look. Let's look at the left side. Let's take a look at the hood. You want to make sure the hood is flush with this panel. Sometimes you'll find that the hood goes in, but yeah, so let's look at the right side. Let's take a look. And this is this plastic over here, just to protect it from any type of exposure. So yeah, the door is flush. Now let's look at the back here. Oh no, this is not flush. It does poke out a tad bit. And that gap is, I would prefer if it was a little bit closer to this panel. Yeah, and again, we have this problem here with this trunk gap as being inconsistent. So, yeah, this is not looking good. Charge port door is not flush either. Now let's take a look at the rear. And let's look at the right side. It is better on the right side than it is on the left side. Let's do the door test. And it's not flush. So 2 doors, not flush, and we got the trunk. So unfortunately, this is a fail. Let's move on to our third and final Model Y. All right, we got another Model Y right here, and let's examine it. You know what's weird? I think that the bumper looks a different shade of white than this white. Can you guys tell? Does it look different to you? So that would be an imperfection. Maybe there was a problem with the bumper and they had to change the bumper, but I'm seeing 2 different colors. So that's one paint defect, which is a massive problem. I wouldn't consider this a minor. I would consider this a major issue. So let's examine both lights, and okay. Well, there's no problem with the lights. There's the VIN right there. And here's the hubcaps. Underneath, you got yourself a nice set of rims. Let's look at the driver's side profile. So let's see, the doors are flush, and the doors are flush. Let's do the rear door, and they're flush. But I would definitely say that this panel right here is nice and tight, and that's what we want to see. Definitely a lot better than the 2 other vehicles that we examined. But it does have that problem with the bumper. Okay, the rear is fine. Let's see if it's flush here. Oh, this right side is beautiful. See, if they could make the left side as good as the right side, then we would have a beautiful vehicle. This gap is beautiful. They should be consistent, but for some reason, the right side tends to be better than the left side when it comes to the trunk. Now let's look over here. What I'm finding is that this is a big gap. The gap should be closer. Okay, so unfortunately, I'm gonna have to fail this one too. So we've seen 3 Model Ys that just basically have imperfections and they're a failure. So it's unfortunate. So if you're thinking about ordering a Model Y, guess what? Now's the best time to do it, because sooner or later they're going to be exporting the Model Y and the Model 3 straight from China with the LFP batteries, and I can assure you the China-built Model Y and Model 3 is built a lot better because they're using newer machines, newer technology, and they don't have any problems with panel gas. So that's the advantage of getting a vehicle out of China. And also with the LFP batteries, you can charge it to 100%. So yeah, so that's all I gotta say. So thank you and have a nice day. Hey, would you like to win a Tesla Model 3? All you have to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. And one lucky subscriber will win a Tesla Model 3.